Hey YouTube, friends and family, brothers and sisters, how y'all doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing good. Hey, I wanted to bring you my rapture dream. You want to hear about my rapture dream? Well, I didn't have one, so I'm just kidding. It seems I've been going around YouTube looking at videos of a lot of people having rapture dreams here lately. And they're getting pretty detailed in saying that the world is going to end on March 20th, which is already passed. Now I'm being told April 20th. They were wrong, but they said it could be March or May 20th. So who knows? Hey, the rapture can happen at any time. I don't know. I hate when people throw dates out there because we're not supposed to be doing that. We're supposed to be spreading the word and making disciples out of people to be prepared for when the church is raptured. If you believe the church is raptured, some Christians don't believe in the rapture. They say the scripture doesn't say rapture, and it doesn't say rapture. The word rapture is not there. So, hey, let's get into it. Let's see what we can find out, and you can find out what I think. Rapture. Will the church be raptured? The word rapture does not appear in the Bible. The term comes from the Latin word meaning a carrying off, a transport, or snatching away. The concept of the church being raptured is clearly taught in Scripture. God does this of all believers from the earth in order to make way for his righteous judgment to be poured out on the earth during the tribulation. The rapture is described primarily in 1 Thessalonians 4:13 through 18. I will read 13 and 14 for you right now. But we do not want you to be uninformed, brothers, about those who are asleep, that may not grieve as others do who have no hope. For some we believe that Jesus died and rose again. Even so, through Jesus, God will bring with him those who have fallen asleep. The dead are only asleep. You hear that? Our relatives, our friends, they physically died. Their bodies are in the grave, but they're just sleeping. They're with the Lord, but they're asleep. So they're going to be risen up when God calls out with a loud shout. The dead that are asleep will rise and be with him in the clouds because Jesus will not touch the earth. And then us that are alive that are still here will be taken up with him, with them, and meet them all and meet Jesus in all his glory. I think First John 3:2 talks about that we will be changed in a twinkling of an eye, and we will be just like him. What is it? 1 Corinthians 15:51. Paul speaks of this, a mystery. Behold, I tell you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed and be like him. Like I said, 1 John 3:2. So that's awesome to think about that, coming. And we're going to be just like Jesus when we see him in all his glory. Let me get into a little bit more here. I talked about 1 Corinthians, and I read the scripture to you about falling asleep. Those with no hope will be judged during the second coming of Jesus Christ. That's when Jesus will actually come back during the tribulation and put his feet on the Mount of Olives and judge all those that were not dead in him and that are alive didn't believe. So he'll come during that time. That will be the second coming. God will come and actually put his feet on the earth. The rapture will be a glorious event we should be longing for. We will finally be free from sin and be in his presence forever. There will be there's always been a debate in the Christian church about the rapture, if there's going to be a rapture. I've heard people say there's no such thing. It doesn't say rapture in the Bible, which I said it doesn't. What I read there's some scripture. There's more scripture on, kind of confirms that the church will be raptured. There's scripture about the church not going through the wrath of the tribulation. But I've heard some people in the church say there's a mid-rapture during the mid-tribulation, and then there's not a rapture until the end, that we will suffer through all that. But I know there's scripture. I can't remember what it is that the church will not suffer through the tribulation time. So he's going to snatch us up. And, you know, you've seen all the movies where everybody takes off clothes, fall on the ground, and people are like freaking out, like what's going on? And I've heard that some that are left, and this is debated too, that will come to Christ during that time. They'll just have to suffer. That would be awesome. Some people might get mad and say, well, I'm a Christian. Why could they get in after that, you know, during the tribulation? Well, don't have that evilness in you. That's evil. We ought to praise that people can still come in if that's true. I don't know if that's true. I've heard that. I've seen people debate it before, but the rapture is a glorious thing. But yeah, we look forward to it, but that's not what we're supposed to be focusing on, dates and all, like these people come having these dreams predicting the end of the world. People have been doing that forever. You know, Jesus told his disciples that it was all going to come. He was going to come back. That was back then, and look how closer we are today. I don't know if you're a person that puts time together and all that. I'm not that way, but hey, man, it's going to be a glorious event where we're snatched up out of here. But we have things to do every day. We got to preach the gospel. Just like I'm trying to do here, and teach and discuss. We can discuss it and love each other and not tear each other apart, because God did not intend for us to do that. He told us to teach and talk about it and look forward to it and tell those who don't believe that it's going to be a glorious event for the church. So, hey, man, I hope this is great for y'all to be able to understand, go study more. Hope I encourage people to study more of this. I hope you like the video. Hey, if you're new here, click on the subscribe button. Click the little bell right next to it so you don't miss any videos when I put them up. Go to Bob and let's comment. Let's discuss this and chat about anything. Check out some other videos. I appreciate it. Hey, y'all have a great evening. God bless. I love y'all.